Again, for your information, I'm a Korean who just speaks English, who lives in Korea. So a couple of days ago, there was a declare of martial law from South Korea's president. And this was really similar to when coup d'etat of May 17th on 1980s happened by President John. Back then, on 1980s, it was literally a massacre to civilians from the martial law army. Thank God those kind of things didn't happen yet, but the whole planning and then how the operation started was really similar to what happened a couple of days ago. And also, there's still a possibility of second martial law declaration to happen. Let's check out the press video related to it. 2 days before the declaration of emergency, the martial law, full-fledged preparation to take over the National Assembly were already secretly underway in some quarters of military. At 8 p.m. yesterday, an order was given to the 707's Special Forces to collect live ammunition magazines and to prepare for dispatch as the situation related to North Korea was serious. So some of you guys will think there was a lot of afterwards. After they said it was North Korea related, they were deployed to Yeouido, where the National Assembly is located. Last night, a reporter lighting the military's movement reports. A message was sent to members of the 707 Special Forces, the city's Army Special Forces. The situation related to North Korea is serious, so immediately, this is an order to prepare to dispatch by helicopter. Along with the order to bring cartridges, that is, live ammunition magazines, a special request from the Minister of National Defense is also added, as Korea's best special forces, who are fighting against North Korea provocations and carrying out counter-terrorism missions. They were sent to Yeouido after receiving orders to disperse them, the National Assembly, and arrest key personnel. Preparation for dispatch had already been carried out in secret for 2 days. An emergency standby order was issued to the unit from the 2nd. All scheduled training was cancelled. At 10:30 p.m., at the same time as the President's declaration of the opening of the military, which means the martial law, they retrieved the mobile phones of the deployed soldiers to prevent them from understanding the exact situation. After 10 minutes, the Minister of National Defense ordered the strengthening of preparedness for military officers to assemble. All commanders above the battalion commander level were on emergency duty. They went on standby, and all Ministry of National Defense employees were also ordered to work. At 11 p.m., a military headquarters was established in a bunker with 6 Army Chief of Staff, Park An-soo as a commander for the martial law headquarters, and immediately began restricting political activities and freedom of press. And they announced the first proclamation. It is said that the 707's Special Forces headquarters was dispatched to Yeouido. 3rd Airborne Brigade of the 2nd Gyeonggi-do province was assigned mission for each unit, including blocking the Gwacheon road to Seoul in the north. So basically they were all on an operation of blocking, barricading Seoul. Helicopters and APC were also dispatched. The sudden military action that took place in just 30 minutes was carried out without any excuses and was carried out with meticulous advanced planning, which is Self-Coup. President Yoon's army, which is martial law army, was opened at 4 a.m. without any foresight. According to the withdrawal order, the deployed troops returned to normal at 4 a.m. So basically, it was a self-coup. You can check out one more press video that claims to be one of the martial law army doing a confess what they were going through. Let's check it out real quick. After listening to the soldier's testimony further, he said that he knew that the 707 Special Forces also took the live ammunition The Ministry of National Defense said in the National Assembly that they did not provide live ammunitions, but that may not be true. So the soldiers did not know where these soldiers were heading or what they were doing. Just like Gwangju, May 18th, 1980s, coup d'etat is mentioning, this reminds people of the army that was dispatched to Gwangju, which a massacre happened. This is from testimony from the Gwangju martial law army. We couldn't understand the urgency of the need for a strike force to suppress the protests. This is the memory of the battalion commander. This soldier was called up without even knowing his mission. It was same in the military in 2024 at 10:30 p.m. on the 3rd. This is the testimony of the martial law army, one of them. We didn't even know what we were doing. We just got told to go there. They found out about the declaration itself after they were dispatched. So this is another testimony from the martial law soldier. We were about to go to sleep, but all of a sudden they told us to go to the National Assembly. It was a dispatch with a live ammunition. So another testimony from the martial law army. The life vest and live ammunition, the guy who's testimonying didn't bring it out, but 707s, the special forces, took it to the dispatched place. Even after they arrived at the National Assembly, the mission was not announced for a while. The same was true for both the ruling party and the 707 special forces. So this is another martial law army soldiers testimony. There was no orders. We were just standing there like stupid. The order that was ultimately issued was to pull out all the members of the National Assembly and neutralize the National Assembly. The testimonier says he knew that citizens were gathered and they were hostile, and the situation that they were at was embarrassing. So one of the testimonier martial law soldier is basically saying that we were all stupid. We were getting slammed, we were getting pushed around. They felt like it was going to become like the seniors who were mobilized 45 years ago. Even then and now, there are separate perpetrators, and both citizens and soldiers are victims. So basically, the soldiers didn't even get the direct orders at the start because it's gonna make them confused. They said there's some movement from North Korea is happening, but they dispatched all the soldiers into the core of our capital city where the National Assembly is, and then they were just sitting there like a stupid. But at the last moment, the ultimate order was to neutralize or disassemble or disperse the National Assembly. This is self-coup, guys. The president of South Korea is still not arrested, so we're still not on the most safe spot. He might do the martial law again while provoking North Korea for real this time. And also, he already been through one failed attempt, so he will do better. Also, there was a news report saying that the South Korea president hid himself in the bunker. So not only this, the Military Human Rights Center has suddenly reported that there's a really high chance another martial law might be happening because all the military soldiers were notified that they can have an emergency call restricted from going for vacation or anything. The impeachment is already going on, and then related to that impeachment vote, whenever it ends, will be December 8th, and then December 8th is the end of the day whenever they're controlling the vacations, emergency call possibilities. And also they are checking out of the people coming in and coming out, strictly checking their cars or the trunks, and then they're controlling anybody who goes out from their post. And the South Korea president is not allowing the resignment of the battalion commanders. They're still on the emergency situation alarmed status, and this looks like there's going to be a second martial law declaration. Really high possibility, especially on 7s to 8s, especially when all the civilians are asleep like before. It's a serious problem. It's just flabbergasting that this is not getting sorted out as a country itself. I feel ashamed, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared about the situation, and I think it needs to be shared as much as possible. It can be not that serious, but it can be also serious what we're going through. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll be streaming. Still, we go on with what we do, whatever is happening. I'll see you in the next video.